In this video, we're going to learn how to move forward and backwards in the scholarly conversation by applying citation tracking in both Google Scholar and Web of Science. To move backwards in the scholarly conversation, look at the reference list at the end of any scholarly article. From there, you're going to be able to locate the articles that informed the one that you just read. So when you're looking at the reference list, you might look for specific article titles that connect with your research topic, or you might look for author names to find out who is researching and studying the same topic as you. From there, you can search out other publications by those authors. Say you found an article that was published about 15 years ago. So it's too old necessarily to rely on in your current research, but it addresses the topic in a way that you're really interested in learning more about, and you'd like to find a similar source. Well, this is where moving forward in the scholarly conversation comes in. To find a more recent article, you're going to use a tool like Google Scholar or Web of Science to see who cited the article you're looking at. Google Scholar is easy to use. You can connect it to your Western Library account, and it's available anytime, anywhere, even after you graduate from Western. However, on the downside, there is no clear indexing criteria or transparency in terms of what is indexed in the Google Scholar tool. And so as a result, you may locate AI-generated junk science papers or even fake articles. So while that's easy and very accessible, the downside of using Google Scholar is that there's no real filtering going on to ensure that the content is 100% credible. So you may need to do some second steps after using Google Scholar to ensure that the journals that you're looking at are in fact what they say they are or portray themselves to be. In this video, we're going to learn how to move forward in the conversation using Google Scholar. So here's my article. I'm interested in how to build resiliency in new graduate nurses. And here's an article that I found, but the problem is that it's from February 2014. So it's a little out of date, and I want to see, has there been more current research published on this topic? So let's copy the title. Then I'm going to go to scholar.google.com, and I'm going to enter in the title. Here you'll see the article itself, and then we have this button that says cited by. So if I click this, this takes me forward in the conversation, and now all of these articles cited that resilience building strategies article in their reference list. So now I can find articles that are more current. So for example, let's say I want to find from the past 5 years. Here we go. We have at least 5 or more articles that are more current than the one that I just found. And you can access them by clicking these links, or you can paste the titles into OneSearch in order to locate them that way. In fact, let me show you how to do that real quick. So here, I'm going to type in a new search. We're going to go into onesearch.library. From here, I expand my filters to Summit articles and more. And then I'm going to take one of these articles. Let's talk about this. We'll copy that one. And I make sure that it's in articles and more, because if we don't have it, then I will be able to find a record from which I can do an ILL request. So let's put in that search, and boom, turns out we do have this article, so I can access it through our Taylor and Francis subscription at some point. Okay, so this is how, again, you're gonna have to use different tools to find what you're looking for. But I went from CINAHL to Google Scholar, into OneSearch, and then into the actual article itself. Well, let's talk about Web of Science. Web of Science is an index. It's a large index of scholarly literature, and it is a thoroughly vetted index, so that all the journals that are included in the index have been assessed for quality, relevance, currency. They are all truly peer-reviewed journals that are indexed in Web of Science. So it's a great place to locate reputable research. The downside is that it can be difficult to use. It's multidisciplinary and kind of very specific in terms of the disciplines that it covers, so that can be challenging to navigate. And also it is a proprietary database, so they are able to vet all those journals because this tool is not freely accessible. You have to pay a subscription in order to access it. So if you are not affiliated with a university library, it's unlikely you would have access to Web of Science. So that's a con of Web of Science. Okay, so let's move forward in the conversation using Web of Science. Similar to Google Scholar, the first thing I'm going to do is copy the title of the article. Then I'm going to go to library.ww.edu, navigate to databases, go to W for Web of Science. Let's find it. There it is, Web of Science. I'm going to paste in the title. Okay, I guess I already had it open. We're going to click search. Here is that article itself. There you can see the author. If you wanted to find other articles published by that same author, you could click their name. But for now, let's go into this article, and then you're going to see how many times it's been cited. So this would be how many times it's been cited in all Web of Science databases. Now we can see it's been cited 4 times in the core collection, but let's look at all of these citations because I just want to see all the places it's been used already. So again, we'll see this list. You can find the authors, so you can actually click these in order to find all the articles published by these specific authors. You could investigate certain journals if you want to learn more about a journal. You'll also see that there are descriptors for what the thing is. So for example, we have a dissertation or thesis. A couple of those are showing. You can see which ones are part of that core collection. You can also look to see if there are citations for any of these references. So for example, looking at this one here, Transition to Nursing Academia, a Positive Experience. This has 64 citations. It's from 2019. This tells me that it has made somewhat of an impact, and I might want to click those citations to move even further forward in the conversation. Okay, you can also click the reference lists if you want to go backwards and see what articles these authors used to inform their research. Okay. So this is Web of Science. That's all I'm going to share for now. I hope this was helpful.